animal agriculture or industries that are like poultry, dairy, wool, leather, all of these industries that use animals are responsible for 1/3 of all of the fresh water consumption in the world. So 1/3 of the fresh water goes to animals in agriculture, right? Not our pets, not the stray dogs, but animals who we raise forcefully for food. We grow them using resources like land, food and water, and then at the end of it we kill them, right? So 1/3 of all fresh, and human beings can only consume fresh water, you know that, right? Yeah, we cannot consume salt water, so that's not really an option for us. So 1/3 of all fresh water is consumed by animals, which, if not consumed by these animals, would have come to us. Okay. So we were talking about water right here, right? So just 1 kg of meat, on average, any meat for that matter, when we take it on average, 1 kg of meat consumes water worth 75 bathtubs, right? And a bathtub is huge, right? It's huge. You can fit in a bathtub. And 75 bathtubs is just water. 75 bathtubs of water is just used for 1 kg of meat, right? Now moving to seeing how water is being used for different kinds of things that we eat generally. So if we look at this entire, can everyone see at the back? Can you read this? Can you read it or not? Yes, you can? Okay. So if you see from here to here, these are all animal products. From the top till this row, okay, till cow's milk, these are all animal products. And they have the highest water consumption. And below that are our fruits and vegetables, which have the lowest water consumption. For example, vegetables consume on average 322 liters of water for 1 kilogram. And on that, and chicken consumes, for example, 4,325 liters of water for 1 kilogram. So you can see the difference in the water consumption in the food that we eat, right? So we always talk about how we should not waste water, how we should close the tap, how we should use less water while we are bathing, using a bucket, and a lot of those things which are very, very, very important. But we tend to forget that we are wasting water in what we are eating. Right? When we can use less water and eat vegetables, why use more water and waste it on meat? Right? So now talking about the land usage, right? We were speaking a little bit about the Amazon. 70% of the land, the agricultural land in the entire world, is used for animal agriculture. So only 30% of the land is actually being used for our plants and vegetables. So if this, and can anyone tell me how is agricultural land made? Like, is there land just like that, or do you cut trees to make agricultural land? Yes.
You have to do deforestation to get more land.
Absolutely. So any land, whether it's for crop agriculture or for animal agriculture, you need to deforest a piece of land to get a place where you can grow your crops or you can graze your animals, right? So if we are using 70% of it for animal agriculture, which we don't need, right? We have to think of it as being unnecessary. So we are wasting 70% of the land that could have had trees on it. We are wasting it on animals to be, grazed around. Now, can anyone name the greenhouse gases? Any of the greenhouse gases?
We want methane, let's get methane.
Yeah.
Other than methane.
Not nitrogen, but nitrous oxide. That's a form of nitrogen and oxygen together. Carbon dioxide. Yes.
Carbon monoxide.
Carbon monoxide is not a greenhouse gas, but yes, it's a poisonous gas. So, okay, let's think of it as the three main. Oxygen is not a greenhouse gas. Okay, oxygen is. See, greenhouse gases are those gases that absorb heat, right? That warm our planet. So we need some level of carbon dioxide, we need some level of methane. It's not a bad gas, but it's bad when it's in huge quantities because we need some of it to make Earth a livable planet. But we don't need excess of it. But right now we are going through a phase where we have too much of it. And animal agriculture is one of the leading causes of greenhouse gas emissions. So as you know that global warming is something that is caused because of greenhouse gases, right? Because these greenhouse gases are absorbing heat and they are warming our planet, they're melting the glaciers, they're causing, thunderstorms to come, more intensity in, tornadoes and hurricanes and stuff. So 14.5% to 18% of these greenhouse gases are coming from the animal agriculture industry. And on the other hand, all the transportation combined, whether it's our planes, whether it's our ships, whether it's our cars, whether it's any form of transport, contributes to how much percentage of greenhouse gas? 13 percentage. Okay, so 13% of greenhouse gases. Yeah, so you can see the comparison, right? 14.5 to 18% from animal agriculture and 13% from our transportation. So yes, we have to cut down on the transport that we use, but we also have to cut down on the animal products that we consume, because that is a leading cause of greenhouse gases. Now, a lot of us know about methane, right? Now, methane is one of the most harmful greenhouse gases in the sense that it is 25 times more powerful in absorbing heat than carbon dioxide, right? So 44% of all the methane that we have in our atmosphere comes from animal agriculture, right? And as what's your name? Yeah. He had mentioned nitrous oxide is the most harmful gas. Why? Because it is 265 times as powerful as carbon dioxide, and 44% of all the nitrous oxide that is in our atmosphere comes from animal agriculture again. So what are we doing? We are consuming animal products, we are consuming meat, dairy, leather, a lot of these products, and in the process, we are releasing these greenhouse gases in the environment that are the leading cause of global warming, of habitat destruction, and a lot of those things.